coming out in a few days, is back in action, and both figuratively and literally, because Cameron Diaz, who once upon a time retired from Hollywood, walked away years ago, is now back. And not only is she back, she's back in action with Jamie Foxx at Netflix. So this is a movie you don't have to go to a movie theater to check out. You can see it on Netflix at home, or on your phone or your TV screen. But I remember when this movie was first announced, and I was like, you know what? Look, it's probably not going to be a great movie because it's a Netflix film, but because it's got Jamie Foxx and Cameron Diaz in it, and because it's Cameron Diaz's first movie back out of retirement, I'm going to give it a shot. I'm not going to expect much out of it, but why not, So I wanted to ask you guys. I'll start with you, John, because you already kind of gave us a little bit of a preview of what your sentiments on this movie are. But will you check it out? Will you look forward to it
I'm
at
not.
all?
Why are we hankering for Cameron Diaz? The bitch can't even fucking act. What are you talking about?
The language.
Like, what do we do? Like, oh my God, I'm really hankering for another Cameron Diaz movie. What? Like,
how do they really
she's
feel,
like
John?
the worst part of every movie that isn't Shrek. Like,
what did she ever do to you?
It's just she's not a good actress. Like, I mean, she looks pretty. Like, sure, that's great, but like, she just can't act. No, like every movie, like I've seen her in, she's just been terrible. And I just don't get like how it's like this big. Oh, she's great. She's coming out of retirement for a shitty Netflix action movie that's ripping off the name from a much better movie. Looney Tunes Back in Action is better than Space Jam. There, I said it. But I don't care. Cameron Diaz can't act. Jamie Foxx is always great, but like
this feels like a night and day kind of a movie.
Yeah,
like where
and that's not a compliment.
I mean, I like Night and Day. I mean, Liz, what do you think? Are you looking forward to this? Or giving it a shot?
I'll watch it. I don't know that I'll get to it the moment it gets released. But I like both of them. I actually happen to like Cameron Diaz, just as a human being all around. I really could give a shit.
I'm sure she's a nice person.
I can give a shit whether or not she can act her way out of a paper bag. The things that I've seen her in are enjoyable, and she works well off other people. So I'm happy to watch it. I don't see that this is one I'm going to be rushing to right away the moment it's released. So
I mean, remember this is and also like Jamie Foxx. This is one of his first projects since his big accident, right? So him coming, it's getting back in action both for Jamie Foxx and Cameron Diaz, and I mean, Man of Steel Magnolia is convinced now he wants to watch it. So I mean, the Rotten Tomatoes rating, we don't have one yet.
That's a problem.
I'm sure. Well, but I'm sure like we'll get to that eventually.
It won't be out until Friday.
Most people don't
that
care.
Embargo hasn't lifted yet.
Dude, like
Hal Jordan is in this. That's a shame.
Also, Glenn Close is in there.
Glenn Close. What is with Glenn Close? Every movie,
she's been doing some weird things.
She's been doing. She did The Deliverance, which I heard was horrible. She did Brothers, which apparently was really bad. And didn't she do a couple other? I mean, she's doing this. Like,
I mean, she was in the Guardians movies.
Glenn Close, what are you doing?
Anyway.
God damn.
Well.
Do you want to see it, Dan? Are you looking forward to it?
I am, because I've actually been looking forward to it since they announced it. Because look, I'm not expecting something that's going to be groundbreaking like Den of Thieves. This isn't going to be a movie that's going to be the best thing I see all year long. But again, like the headline says here on The Independent, Cameron Diaz walked away from Hollywood 10 years ago. And her return is just worth celebrating because she is somebody who has left quite the mark on Hollywood. And yes, she's not the greatest thespian out there, but she's a pretty good actress in her own right. She's improved over the years, and the fact that she's back, and I'm not saying she's going to be doing everything now in 5 movies a year, but look, I'm going to watch Shrek 5 when it comes out next year. I think this is a good way for her to start her comeback story. What?
Only thing in her career worth a damn.
Okay, calm down, man. I'm sure you've seen a Cameron Diaz movie or two that you appreciate. I personally appreciated her in Night and Day. There's a few other movies of hers that I really enjoyed. And of course, I think if you look back at The Mask, a lot of people will look back and be like, yes, Cameron Diaz was a good part of that movie. But also, this is one of those films like Den of Thieves 2, Pantera. It's not a movie that you go to get the best story that you've ever, seen anywhere. It's more just you watch it for the action, you get a few laughs. Sure, it's going to be middle of the road all around, but you know what? You're going to get to see a couple of actors you enjoy watching. And to me, again, you don't want to undersell the whole Jamie Foxx return thing. Yes, a lot of this is about, Cameron Diaz, but Jamie Foxx also is trying to make a comeback for himself because, like what happened with Jeremy Renner, Jamie Foxx, like they've had these like health crisis, and now they're getting to come back. Let's support them. Let's support what they're doing. The movies is a Netflix film, so there's a certain ceiling in terms of the quality. It's very rare that you get a really good Netflix movie. So I'm not again gonna have very high expectations, but I'll go in and see, how it does. I'll pop it on Netflix, try to get through it in one sitting. And if it does me well, then it does me well. If I'm disappointed, then I'm disappointed. You know what? It didn't at least cost me the price of a ticket and some
Although,
gas out of my car to like go see it in the movie theater.
fun fact, the last movie she did was Annie, which also starred Jamie Foxx. So that's interesting.
That's right. So she was talking about how she was excited to work with him again, and that's part of the reason that she agreed to be on this project, because
That
she
makes
loved
sense.
working with him so much. They had a great relationship.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way,
I
Lenny
guess so,
defending
but it's
the
just a
Glenn
shame
Close.
that
Yeah.
Glenn Close is this amazing actress, and she's just in like the worst.
Hey, actors get to that point in their career where they just said, "Yeah, why not? That sounds fun." So you know what? Good for
Yeah,
her.
I mean, like at least get the award first and then fuck off, like Robert De Niro. Like he's just doing whatever. But Glenn Close, it's like, come on, like,
Look, at this point in her
damn.
career, Glenn Close
She's
has
over.
earned the right to do whatever the heck she wants to do in
I
terms of
guess
projects.
so.
She's good.
So, and to be quite frank, I think Jamie Foxx and Cameron Diaz have earned that right. And we don't have to watch this movie if you don't want to, but I implore you to go check it out. Give it a shot. See if you like it. If you don't, then of course you can always turn it off. It is on Netflix. You don't even have to walk out of a movie theater. You can literally just hit the back button or watch something else, or just I don't know, play a video game. Just you have choices. But speaking of choices, you guys have the choice to hit that like button and the subscribe button, and then of course toggle that notification bell as John just did, so that way you know when we go live with another show. We are here. If you guys are new, we are here 5 days a week, Monday
Who
through
stole my
Friday.
lunch money? What are you talking about?
Somebody's
Finger
been
drawing?
stealing your lunch money for 2 years straight, apparently, John. You may need to.
Nobody
you may
stole
need
my
to
lunch money.
investigate. It
Nobody stole
must
my
be where
lunch
the
money.
money's going. But
I got bullied
guys,
a lot, but I didn't. Nobody stole my lunch money. Actually, funny enough.
interesting. All right. Well, I'll take advice from you when I'm doing the whole growing up thing again. Well, guys, have a great rest of your evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you're watching. Bolivia, Australia, Portugal, Canada, the United States, wherever you check, India, wherever you're checking this out from. We appreciate you. It's a global community, and we hope that you can continue to grow this community. Thank you so much for Silhouetted Animator. My words are a little weird right now. Silhouetted Animator and Lenny for the super chats earlier. To everybody for taking part, we appreciate you so much. Of course, go out there, watch a movie, a TV show, or anything DC related, because we'll be back tomorrow to talk about it. Until then, guys, have a good rest of your day, afternoon, morning, evening. John and Liz, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time on another episode of Also Curious Times DC Daily. Check us out tomorrow. We'll be back. Until then, goodbye.